Manchester City 3, Sunderland 0. Swansea City 2, Reading 2. West Bromwich Albion 3, Queen's Park Rangers 2. West Ham United.
Oh, here comes our anchorman. That's good. Here we go. Here we go.
Yes, he's due for a bollocking as well.
I know. Did he wake you up at 2 in the morning?
It wasn't quite 2 o'clock. It was about 10:30. We'd just gone to bed. We'd just watched the women's tennis final.
Yeah.
Brilliant game, brilliant.
Yeah.
And Madison Keys won it over Sabalenka.
Yeah.
But it was end-to-end stuff. Brilliant game. I don't normally watch the women's tennis, but I was totally captivated by that game. Yes, there he is.
Yeah, he's trying. He's trying to get in.
Hope he's had plenty of sleep, unlike me.
He can hear you, but no, he can't. He's having trouble getting in.
That's a good one, Dave.
Morning, everybody. Evening, Martin. I knew you'd be in first, Martin, because I gave you a nice early morning call.
Well, I've been awake for the last 14 hours, Dave.
Bear with me. I'm just going to go in the other room. Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm not looking at the screen, it's because I'm watching the tennis. The men's has just started. Sinner and Zverev.
Okay.
Right. Anyway, is the score line for the tennis any bigger than the football yesterday?
Hey, Dave. They reckon the Forest goalkeeper's got a sore back from picking the ball out the back of the net so often.
Oh, he's frozen his Wi-Fi. Yeah, okay. So here he goes.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
I won't be a second. If you come up with a good answer, Martin, I'll be back in 1 second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did.
Good.
Yeah. Comes Foodie. There you go.
Yeah, we'll get the sport over early, shall we?
Fucking get it out the way.
How did you sleep, Dave? All right?
Yeah, why?
You, Pete? You had a good night's sleep, did you?
Sort of, yeah.
I got a very unusual phone call about 10:30 last night.
Yeah.
It's a good job I wasn't on the nest.
Who was it from then?
Ingy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
He just called me and he told me he was going to call Martin, so
I did try, Martin, sorry, but you obviously knew what the scoreline was going to be.
Look, we were expecting it. The scoreline was irrelevant, but we were expecting a loss sooner or later, and it came. I mean, fair play to them. They played well, and we were abysmal.
It was just an unexpected Really, to that extreme. I mean, a win would have been marvelous, but I thought a draw was going to be the outcome.
No,
Initially.
they took their chances and some great goals.
Mm.
I don't know if you heard my little quip before, Dave, and I said the Forest goalkeeper. They when they got him back in the dressing room, he was complaining of a sore back from picking the ball out of the net too many times.
Oh dear, great stuff. Hello, Mr. Fruity.
Hello, Mr. Dave.
Oh, great.
Thank you for the background, Mrs. Fruity. I stole the background you posted.
I noticed.
Is that okay? Is that okay?
Yeah, don't worry. I'll add it to
Brilliant. Yeah.
Oh, I should have tried to put a background up of a haggis, because yesterday was the
Burns Day.
Burns.
Wednesday, was it? Oh.
Yeah, 25th. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice, Fruity.
Yeah, but I don't want to have the same as him, do
That's the type of guy you are, isn't it? That's lovely. That's good. And Steve, your clock looks nice. Is that relevant?
Good morning.
It means he's on time.
Yeah. There's no relevance to the clock, David. No.
His clock always says
letting you know
9 o'clock.
Just letting you know that we do have clocks in the northwest.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
They're called sundials, but they don't work very often.
Not very. No.
They obviously don't have them down the south because they just ring people at all times of the night.
It's a
Yeah,
right,
all right.
it's a right bitch as well in in March and October when they have to move it.
So Martin, no, we must. Sorry, Martin. Sorry for the nest disturbance, because there's not over here. We've got the what are the bird watchers? What are they called? There's
Tweeters.
Twitchers. And Marka, hello to you. You're looking even better than.
Good evening.
How you doing?
Yeah, good, Matt. Good. We've just been out for those bags. Yeah, things looking up.
Good.
Oh, that's
Thank
lovely.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, there you are. See, we can be nice, Macca. It just takes practice. Fruity's still learning, but
yeah, I haven't quite got ready yet.
It hasn't. He's not on the ball yet.
Oh God, So
Everybody good? Everybody's well?
All
Steve,
good.
before I turn the heating on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve,
I'm
put the
looking
heating on.
forward to our rather unusual kick-off time today.
oh
7
yeah, what-
p.m.
7 p.m. Are you going?
No, it's at Fulham.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
no, that's all right.
A cottage.
Yes.
Don't start on about that. Fruity hasn't got over the last time he went.
I hear you're very quiet, Doris.
Last time I went where?
The cottage.
Well, I thought we'd get the sport out the way quick.
Yeah, I thought so. Funny how you can fly high and then swoop low.
Yeah, yes. I did Martin, I did try calling you at the ground, but I didn't.
Yeah. Well, that wouldn't have helped any, Dave.
No.
No, we needed divine intervention, I think.
Oh, that's all right. That's okay. And Fruity, I did to the boys. I did manage to speak to Phil Butcher yesterday morning.
Yeah, well,
He's I say he's all right. I think he's a little bit low with having to be there, but he said it is what it is, sort of thing. So
yeah, I tried to ring him yesterday afternoon, and he wasn't in his room, and they said he'd gone outside. So I'm assuming he'd gone out in the gardens or something.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't get a chance to ring back again.
No. So.
I spoke to Mickey O'Callaghan a couple of days ago, and Desi is on the mend, and he's talking now about getting out of hospital. So,
oh, great!
When he first went in, he was talking about never getting out. Saying these were his last days. So
yeah,
things are looking up. Desi's on the mend, which is good.
Fantastic.
Has he got any family nearby?
He's 91, I think. He's got a niece, I think.
Right.
And he's got a son called Mick O'Callaghan.
That's the most important thing. Yeah. Yeah. So, Pete, I know you keep trying to interrupt. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine.
That's good. We're
You
not
look well,
talking.
Pete.
We're not talking sports, so we can just go skirt around that one as well.
No, I had my MRI scan on Friday for the knee. Yeah, they said it was pretty messed up, that one. So,
really?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's all that, you know what that's from, Pete?
It's all that sport. Oh no, not sport. It's all that standing up in bars.
No, it's all that doggy fashion you used to do when you were a kid.
Exactly.
It's the one I woke Martin up in the middle of the night with last night.
Yeah.
Funny you wait till my wife gets hold of you, Dave.
Well, I can't wait.
So is it a new knee, Pete?
A new knee.
They're going to talk to me about it when they've got the final, you know, when they've had a really close look at what the scan shows them.
I've been putting it off for 5 years, Pete.
It's just got so painful the last 6 months, John.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good news for a lot of people that have had the operations to get a real peace and comfort, and back to not normal, but back to a good sort of activity.
Yeah.
I think I've had a few mates who have had knee operations, and they say the key to it being successful is make sure you do the physio after.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you can very likely go back in and have to have it redone.
Oh God!
But
so
that's every operation, Martin.
Sorry.
That's every operation. But
especially with joints, your knees, your
rehab
hips stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How are you, Martin? Have you had any? You're okay? You feeling better?
I've got to get some more tests done tomorrow. I'm having another ultrasound and some more blood tests
on Tuesday, not tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Sorry, Tuesday. No, tomorrow I go for an ultrasound.
So holiday tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're still open. They're still
okay. Good. All the best, mate. I'll be thinking of you.
Yeah.
Will that be nearby, Martin?
No,
yeah, it's just on the road, about 10 minutes away at Penrith.
Right.
Yep, they've got everything there: hospitals, specialist clinics.
Oh, that's good. So, being Australia Day, is there quite obviously will it be all sorts of activities and the family parties going on and
everything, and also the traditional ceremonies, they bung that in as well. Everywhere you go, there's bloody smoking ceremonies and Aboriginals burning bloody gum leaves
and then you got the Aboriginals not calling it Australia Day but calling it Invasion Day now.
Yeah.
Blimey.
They changed Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day.
Fucking pathetic, isn't it? Yeah.
It's okay. Trump will change it back, Colonel.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You're going to now have the Gulf of America.
So it's only tomorrow you'll be celebrating Australia Day, and are the other 364 days the LGBTQ days, or what?
Well, you should know, dear.
I'm a fully paid up member, dear. I'm a member of the UTB.
He's a former member.
All right, Steve.
Not former member. He was the one who started it, put it that way.
As long as everybody's happy, that's the main thing.
Steve, you are making me feel cold, mate.
It's bloody cold.
And I'm sitting in.
It's colder here, Steve. It's 28
degrees
right
degrees, and I'm feeling cold looking at you, Steve.
I've only got I'll undo that.
He's only got an electric fire, but
he
he hasn't got a plug to plug it in, or a socket to plug in.
Yeah, it's well, at least it's not snow.
But I tell you what, we had an horrendous frost yesterday morning.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, a mate of mine was coming to do some work because I've had a problem with my central heating, and we thought there was a leak in a pipe behind the tiling in the bathroom. So he texted me and said, could I move my car off my drive so he could put his van on it? So I said, yeah. Texted him back, I said, yeah, no problem. And I just made a mug of tea and had a bacon sandwich. I took one bite out of it, put my shoes on and walked out the door. Well, fuck me. The car was solid.
Yeah.
The car was solid. So there's me stood out there in just a tracksuit, scraping the bloody car to try and clear it, to be able to move it. Ah.
How dare they? How very dare they?
But the strange thing is the roads were all wet. And I was talking to one of my neighbours later on, and he said it just suddenly came down. It just suddenly froze. The ground wasn't frozen. There was no frost on the grass. It was just on the cars.
Oh, I think it was -7 in Nottingham last week.
Yeah, well, it's been cold here.
Definitely.
It's been cold here, but they didn't forecast anything like that.
Mm.
Yeah, we escaped the storm, thankfully.
Yeah, but Blackpool Bob, he had a tree down just outside where he lives, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So did Noel.
How is Blackpool Bob? I haven't heard from him for ages. He's well.
He sounds really good.
Fit. Yeah.
Mm.
Give him my regards next time you speak to him on Crew Bar.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. No, it's good to see you. How well he's looking and how well he is, in himself.
Because what's he now? Late 80s?
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. Yeah, he is. He is late 80s.
Yeah, he does very well. Very well.
No, it's fantastic. No, he went to sea before I was born.
Yeah.
And that must be a long time. Obviously, you were going to say Macca.
Well,
1954.
My lips are sealed, dear. My lips are sealed.
Well, only after the operation, dear.
I know. You would have got it 3 weeks ago.
They were wide open before. Oh, dear.
I've mellowed, dear. I've mellowed.
Oh, it's great. Whatever it is, Macca, you're looking good. That's the main thing. So
I wish I felt as good then.
Yeah.
Thanks. Bob will make you feel even colder.
Yeah.
What's that?
Bob, no, tea cozy on his head.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, Bobo would be interested to hear about Des Macca.
Yeah, Desi looks like he's getting out of hospital. Keller spoke to him.
Oh, great!
A couple of days ago, and he's more positive now. He's talking about getting out, and Keller even said, when are you going to come back over to Australia? And he said, well, he said that may still be on the books. It may still be on the books.
Oh, God bless him. What a great guy. What injuries did he sustain, Macca?
I think it was a fracture. It was basically a fracture of one of the bones. I'm not sure whereabouts.
Oh, okay, all right.
When he was first put into hospital, they thought it was maybe a lung or something more serious. But when he was transferred to Limerick, they discovered that it wasn't as bad as, and it was just a fracture. So all good, All
okay,
good.
what he fall off his bike?
Lucky it wasn't his hip.
I can't remember what Mick told me. I think he might have had 2 falls off the bike. Yeah.
Oh, 2 falls. Okay.
Well, I mean, I know what it's like to fall off my bike twice.
Oh yes.
And it's
but you're always pissed when you fall off, so you sort of you're sort of more relaxed, aren't you?
Yeah, all right.
I think it's worse when you fall off the wagon.
Very dodgy when you fall off your bike and lose your phone as well.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't going to say anything for it.
Yeah, try
exactly.
that. Oh, I tell you. Look, not that we're not going back into football because we've done enough of that. But talking about losing your phone, yesterday I arrived at the ground to then find, right, where's my wallet, because I've got the ticket in the wallet and that's it. And then I had I'm parked up, ready at the ground, and I thought, oh, flipping heck. Now, I just went back in mind. I didn't bring it. I know I have not bloody well brought it. So luckily I saw my mate who was the, I was going into the footy with others, but I saw him. I said, can you take us round to the ticket office? Because he'd got the tickets for us in the first place. So we went round there and we went up and explained the situation. And he said, my mate said, oh, well, my ticket's blah, blah, blah. And Dave's is the next one along or whatever. So he then said, that's not a problem. He said, can I just have, to me, he said, can I have some form of ID? I said, yeah, that's all right. It's with my ticket. And he said, where's that? I said, in the wallet. I said, which is back home. So he said, oh, flipping heck. But we managed to he asked me name, age, and I don't know, all these things, and they gave us a reprint. I thought, bloody hell, I've been looking forward to this game, Martin, and then I arrived.
No, when they asked all your details, Dave, when they asked name, age, what did you say when they asked sex?
I just said yes.
Not very often.
Take a picture on your phone of your driver's license, Dave.
Pardon me?
Take a picture on your phone of your driver's license, just in case.
Yeah, well, but my driver's license is still the old green piece of paper that's fallen apart.
Is it? You're not.
I didn't think they were legal.
Yeah,
then I don't think they are.
They're still all right. But I've got that's a quick question because I've got I'll be 70 in August, so
you've got to reapply for your license.
You've got to have an ID one then. But who's redone your driving license at 70?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
So what is it a full Monty?
You have to do a medical questionnaire.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you go to a driving school and get in a car?
No.
Is this when you turn 70?
Yeah.
When I had my sleep apnea, it took me about 9-10 months before I actually got a physical license back. But I was allowed to drive because the consultant said I could.
Did they give you an eye test, Foodie?
No, nope. You just have to answer the question.
Yeah.
That you can read the number plate with or without glasses.
Yeah.
But no, that wouldn't apply to me because I've had my cataracts removed and I don't need glasses to.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same as me. But when I was a bus driver, I was this close to losing my license because I couldn't read the couple of the lines. Got the cataracts done, and then Bob's your uncle. Yeah.
Is that why you used to get lost?
You've got a good memory. No,
that's why you used to drive the wrong bus.
I used to get lost all the time. The best one, I got lost in Seattle. I was told to do a football special, an American football special, going out to Husky Stadium, and it used to go a special way. A bus full of drunk football fans, and they have no idea that I'm lost. And I found my own way there. Yeah.
Oh, Johnny.
Well, I got on the bus in Wales the other week, and where I go to shopping, it's a turn off, and the bus driver missed it. And the problem was you have to go right up to the entrance to the M4. It's quite a way, about another half an hour. And we went up to him and said, what's going on? There's only 3 of us on the bus. We said, what's going on? And we said to him, are you new? And he said, no, I've been driving this bus for 25 years. He said, I wasn't concentrating. And so we were about half an hour going all around. I thought to myself, where's this bus taking us?
Yeah.
Thought it was taking it to England. Yeah.
Oh, you don't want that, do you, Bobo?
No, absolutely not.
You haven't got your passport with you.
No, that's right. You can't leave Wales once you're in Wales. Yeah, which one? Yeah. Or what name? What name?
Getting back to your driving license, David.
Yes.
You can do it online.
Really?
Yeah, and they'll send you a proper license for free. You don't pay.
Oh, we don't want to do that. Thanks, Steve. That's even better.
Yeah,
great.
You have to renew it every 3 years after that.
Right.
Yeah, I think mine's due. Mine might be due like this year. I'm not sure it's this year or next year.
You're 73, Dave.
No, I'll be 76 next month.
Oh, blimey,
that's when
really? Well,
that's when you need to renew it.
So I've had nothing come through yet, Steve.
It's every 3 years, apparently.
You get a notification.
Do you? Apparently, it's every 3 years.
So, Steve, I've got the old original green one like David's got. Can I renew that online?
In Australia, I don't know about Aussie.
Does it expire,
in UK, if you had the old paper license before, you can get a what they call a credit card type thing license, but you'd have to pay for it. I think it's about 20 quid. I think
you'd have to go on the DVLA website and have a look on there.
DVLA.
DVLA.
DV.
I lost mine. I always remember in the 1980s when I was working in the bar, I showed them. I said, "This is good till 2027." This is in 1982.
Yeah, me too.
I'm sad that I lost it because it would expire in 2 years from now.
Steve, just a question I've got. I've just renewed. You just got my UK. I got it. I've just got it out of my wallet. I applied on the 9th. I've got it 9th of August, but mine's only valid for 2 years. So I don't know how that works.
Is that how old will you be in 2 years' time?
Well, I'm 72 soon, so I was 70 when
I'll go and get mine up.
Yeah, so I don't know whether is it 2 or 3 years. I don't know. Mine's only 2 years. Yeah.
Oh.
Do we have to renew ours, Macca, in Aussie when we reach 70 or what?
I don't think so. No, I think when you're 80, you've got to reset your license. Or you got to reapply. But I'm a few years away from
90. You've got to do a test every year or something.
Yeah.
But
Macca,
have you got a different driving license anyway for doing your chauffeuring? And do you have to renew that more often?
No, I've just got what they call a point-to-point government New South Wales transport license, which is a hire car license, and I pay that annually. Right. It's about $1,000 a year.
Oh, you have to do that every year.
$1,000 a year, right. And I pay $1 every trip I pick up people, or one of my cars pick people up.
Right.
And that's just an honesty thing. You put that through every month, and they take it out of your bank account.
It looks like mine expires on the 10th of August this year.
Is that you?
And that's probably it doesn't get around with my birth date because it when I renewed it last time, it took so long to process because they had to get the report back from the sleep clinic about the
sleep apnea.
Sleep apnea.
Yeah.
Right.
Before they would issue it.
Yeah,
As I say, I was allowed to drive, but I had no physical license because I had to cut the other one in half and send it back to DVLA.
My brother was the same. He had to wait 8 or 9 weeks, and because he had a fit, they made him take not a driving test. Well, I suppose it was a driving test, but all they just took him for about half an hour drive round Belfast, and then he was okay. But they did the same. He had to wait to get the physical. He was okay to drive, but he had to wait for.
Didn't have anything in your hand. No. Well, talking about driving, we have got probably one of the most travelled drivers in Cardiff, and around the UK and Europe and Australia. Taffy, how are you?
Good morning, everyone. Yeah,
Good morning.
I'm getting all excited. Just before I came in, I looked at the British Lions tour down in Australia, and it's starting in June, and I thought, my God, all them tours. Remember, Macca, when you, me, Katowski, and lovely Dave Kiffin.
And Dave Kiffin, yeah.
And it was I got to relay this. This is my report to BBC Pete in headquarters in London. And on the third test, having travelled up to Brisbane to watch the first test, and we beat Australia, and then I think we beat them again. Oh no, we must have drawn or something, but it was all on the third test in Sydney. And I'm not great with dates and everything, but it was on the third test, and those bloody English started to play up in the dressing room. A bit of trouble with Graham Henry. They didn't like the team he was picking. And the third test was a bit wobbly, and we went in and I met up with Macca, Paul Katowski, and the lovely Dave Kiffin. And God bless him. And we all went to the stadium, and I was full of optimism. I really was. I thought, oh, we're going to get this. We're going to win this series. And they stuffed us.
And I've got Taffy. To this day, I've got a signed Australian jumper with every signature on it, framed, and I've also got the coach's signature. Who was, what was his name? The Australian coach was. He wrote a book, Mac.
You've had some good coaches down there, but you certainly fell out with your.
No, I've still got the jumper framed in my garage.
Yeah,
Right.
but that'll be a great summer. That'll. Wherever it's on, I'll have to pay to see that. I would love to go.
Why aren't you coming over, Taffy? It's only an airfare.
I can't get on an aeroplane now. I won't get on an aeroplane. I got a very low immune system, and if I pick up something on the flight out, well, I'd end up in the hospital. So, having said that, I'm never going to say never.
Yeah.
It's just at the moment I'm still not. I'm not confident enough to go on an aeroplane. But It'll be. And here's the beauty of it all. To show you how much I love Australia, Macca. I must have done 5 series, maybe 3 British Lions and 2 Welsh tours or something. But I've been down there for 5 series. And they've been played, the World Cups, that's right, the World Cups as well as in that. And they've been played in Japan, New Zealand, all over down there. But I've watched them, every one of them in Sydney or in Australia. I've gone there, I've booked myself in for a month in one whatever, hotel or whatever. And I've watched them in the leagues clubs, in the...
Parramatta and Roosters.
All of them. I've been, well, yours in particular, your club, I was the last 2 times I've watched it in your club. And they're so welcoming in them clubs. They're unbelievable. They're so welcoming. They'll sign you in. You get up there, you have a lovely big steak dinner. And because it's rugby union, they're not that interested. And the last series I watched was in your club up at
Bondi Junction.
And I was on my own in there. And the waitress come over and she was fussing over me. I thought, oh, this is brilliant. This is. And I watched the tests. And the other thing was they were building that new stadium over there.
Oh, yeah. It's finished now.
Well, the one thing I would love to do is visit that stadium again. And maybe watch the Waratahs or whatever play there.
Well, I tell you what, when I was in London, we got tickets to go and watch Tottenham Hotspur, and they said that's the best stadium in Europe. And I went there and I said to Debbie, I said, really? I said, they want to come and have a look at our stadium, the one you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, I'd love
that
to see it.
Yeah. all over.
Well, what about the one in Perth, Macca? The Optus Stadium in Perth?
Yeah, well, it's similar. I mean, it's
supposed
fine
to be
dining.
out of this world.
It's fine dining, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got they've got restaurants there that are like 5-star restaurants where you can dine with 5-star takeaway, and they've got pubs within the stadium. You know, it's just amazing. You know, absolutely amazing. Television screens everywhere.
You're saying about the food and the services. That ask Steve Walker, the very supportive Manchester United season ticket holder. The day he went to Manchester City, he went there. The fine dining was that good. He stayed in there the whole of the second half instead of watching the football because but it wasn't so much the dining as the drinking.
Yes. And also, Man United were losing 6-0.
Who did he play? Swansea. Swansea?
Yeah, played.
Which
Oh, yeah,
Swansea?
played Taffy. We were watching the Swans
Swansea.
there that day.
All right.
And it was the full Monty, and Steve and his mate, who's also a season ticket holder for Old Trafford, they never came out to watch the second half. They were enjoying so much. The nose bag was good anyway, but the bevy was free flowing, so he
Talking
never
to
bothered. And who was that Man United player that was there, Steve?
yeah, oh God, coloured guy.
Yeah, he played for England as well, but he was there as not as a player. Obviously, he's retired, but a host.
Yeah,
Dwight York. Dwight York.
And good try.
No,
It wasn't. It wasn't Dwight, and it wasn't
Cunningham. No.
Paul Parker.
No. Not to. Don't worry.
Oh,
don't
God,
worry. Don't worry.
Sorry, the brain's gone.
Don't worry. Watsy, good to see you.
Hey, how you doing?
Good day.
Hello. Hey, Watsy.
Hello.
Actually, I watched a movie the other day, and Eric Cantona was in it.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
Well, last night we were watching a film. I've recorded it because it was going on too late with Vinnie Jones in. It was the 20 years ago. 20 years ago, it was do you know Pete? It was there were gangsters in it.
Smoking barrels.
Smoking barrels or something.
Two smoking barrels.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't
smoking
it was something like not the hoist or the nick or the steel or it was just a one word.
Dave, I watched it. Well, and I got it on Blu-ray on a DVD, and I stuck it in because I thought, well, let's sit and watch a movie with them. And they heisted a bank in Hollywood, and Vinnie Jones was one of the heavies.
That's right.
One of his first films. Yeah,
he's in a really good movie called The Gentleman.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I didn't recognise him at first until the credits come up.
Yeah,
he plays the gatekeeper or something, the gamekeeper.
Oh yes, that's right. I've seen him being interviewed on a talk show, and he was talking about all of that. Mind you, he has got a country house now. Obviously, he's got the money, but he's got a place with a lot of land. He's gone into that sort of interest.
Gentry, yeah.
I was watching. He played for Wimbledon, didn't he, Vinnie Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's a guy called Mark Crossley who used to play for Notts Forest.
Goalkeeper.
Yeah, well, anyway, he was he's got this Brian Clough accent off to a T, and he relays this story about Vinnie Jones when they played at Forest, and he brought his ghetto blaster in.
I've seen it.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Did the interview with Crossley.
And Clough said, "Turn that fucking music down."
He says, tell him to turn that bloody music down. And so Illy goes to tell him to turn the music down. As soon as he went back to Clough, he turns it up even louder. And he says, go and tell him, please, can he turn that music down? Anyway, he goes back and tells him, and he turns it up even louder. So Clough gets up and he marches into the Wimbledon dressing room. And he picks the ghetto blaster up and he smashes it on the floor.
Oh.
He says, now play your fucking music.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yesterday, before the game, two friends of a mate of mine are both from Derby and Nottingham. They live down in Bournemouth now, and they wanted to go and see because she and him are both Forest fans. But anyway, so we're having a chat. And I said, but being in Derby, surely you'd be Derby County, And she said no. She said, because the school we went to, I was in the same class as Nigel Clough, and we became good friends with him. So we always followed Forest with his dad. So that was really interesting, knowing that she'd grown up, with apparently Brian Clough used to go to all the school. Everything, obviously the kids were there, so he would go as a parent, but he would put himself heart and soul into whatever was going on at the school with the sports days and the pantomimes or the end of whatever. It was quite interesting to hear that. So
yeah.
Anyway. Have you said hi to Watsy, Dave?
Yeah, we sort of did, Johnny, but then we sort of got bored with it and moved on, didn't we? Only joking, Watsy.
Only joking.
How are
I've
you,
heard it
Watsy?
before. I've heard it all before.
Are you in Swansea?
No, just drove home, Martin. That's why I'm late. Just got home.
Okay.
Yeah. Beautiful
Watsy,
day up there.
I've got a question, Watsy, for you and for Macca.
Yes.
What's the story with Star City Casino? Is that going broke?
Yeah,
We're in a lot of trouble, Bobo.
Is it? Will it go broke?
It's a big possibility.
5 years.
Big possibility.
5 years ago, their shares were $5.10.
Right.
They're now about 10 cents.
You're joking.
Yeah.
I was in there. I went in on Friday night, Bobo, for dinner, and the entry level of the car park was full, and the second level going down sort of half full.
Yeah.
The other two levels, not a soul on it. It was really. I mean, there's a few people in the restaurants, but I had to wander around and had a couple of games, and it wasn't busy at all.
So what's happened there? What's happened there? The Chinese have gone. Don't go anywhere.
No, they got into trouble. I think their membership, me included, has sort of fallen off big time because they took all the freebies and the benefits away from the members because they weren't allowed to give away free drinks, free food, and look after the members because it was seen to be, encouraging gambling and all that. And when they got into trouble last year, that all had to stop. So their membership has really taken a big nosedive.
Yeah, but also the Crown's. Also, we got another casino called Crown now, which is top of the.
Yeah.
Is that in the new building?
That's not doing them damage, Mac.
Yeah,
but the Star.
But Steve, we can't have two casinos in Sydney. We can't.
Well, yeah, okay. You can, okay. Well, the Crown's not the reason that the Star are not doing.
No, it's not. But it hasn't helped.
No, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
They lost their license as well.
So
yeah,
Watsy, when you go to play, what's your sort of favourite? Do you play the roulette or
craps?
Right. Okay.
But unfortunately, they only have one craps table in the casino, in the main floor of the casino. Upstairs in the members, they've got a table, but the main floor of the casino, craps table only operates from 6 o'clock in the evening. So it doesn't operate during the day, which sort of keeps me away really. And, because I don't tend to go in so much of a night time, but I used to go when they used to have it during the day. A lot of electronic games and things now, a lot of, ladies spinning the roulette, but everybody's playing on a computer system.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's.
I might sound a bit naive, but what's craps?
Craps.
And don't they not
dice, isn't it?
Dice. Craps, yeah. It's a dice game, Martin.
All right.
You throw two dice.
Two dice.
Your aim is to get anything but a 7.
Right. Okay.
What in total, or in total, you don't want to get a 7.
Yeah, you don't want to throw 7. The aim is the aim is to throw 7 on the first throw out, but after that, it's very complicated. It's a bit too hard to actually try and explain.
Dave, just to let you know, Dave, you can't throw a 7 with 1 dice.
You can in Ireland.
Hello there.
I did pick that up, Steve, but I didn't like to say anything. I wasn't to be inclined.
No, but Watsy, you should have said it. I'd rather hear it from you than Steve Walker.
I didn't have the heart, Dave. I didn't have the heart.
Yeah.
You hadn't got quite bored with me by then.
I've got a question for Babbo.
Yes.
Okay, so there was a lady cleaning behind you. Who's she?
I've just come and have breakfast in the Weatherspoons at the bay.
He's never out of Weatherspoons. You're always
just got a coffee.
Got a life membership there.
You never out the place.
No,
I tell you what, they won't go broke. That's for sure.
No, for breakfast you can't go wrong. I forget how much I paid for breakfast, but some, £6 or something. Yeah,
that's great.
So I rode down to the bay, and actually, I think it's going to rain. Actually, so I'm happy I'm sitting in here at the moment. Yeah.
They've just spent £1.5 million refurbing my local Wetherspoons.
Oh, have they? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Total refurbed it.
Oh, that sounds good.
How often
Steve?
you go there, Steve? How often you go to the pub?
Once a week. I go meet the guys once a week.
What night do you go?
On a Monday.
Monday night?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just to meet up, have a chat about sport and all, what have you.
Well, it is just cheap, though. You can't get wrong with the drinks, can you?
All the world's problems.
I remember when Steve was coming back from the pub on a bus, and he got a phone call on the bus, and he says, "I want to show my mates, my mate in Seattle." Remember that, Steve?
Yeah.
They'll be putting their prices up soon, Steve, to cover that refurb.
In actual fact, they put the prices down in January.
Really?
They have a January sale.
What, in Ash Vegas?
You can get a pint. I don't drink it myself. Pint of bitter. I can't remember what it is. Some bitter. I think it was 99p a pint.
Wow.
Wow. Does it taste like 99p?
Yeah.
Fruity, are we going to go and visit Steve up at Ash Vegas?
It must have been Shipston's.
I'm not sure. I don't drink it, whatever it is.
Worst bloody beer in England, no.
That's another reason Star City are going broke, Bobo. I paid $13 for a schooner of Sapporo last night on Friday.
You're joking.
$13.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, before the
you're paying $10 plus anywhere in the city, aren't you?
So my youngest daughter my youngest daughter was in Bowral today after a wedding, and they had a recuperation day today after the wedding, and she went to a pub, the Briars, just outside Bowral. You know that, Steve?
Yeah.
The Briars.
Yeah.
And she said, "Dad, I had an Aperol Spritz, and it cost me $27." I said, "Oh, hell, $27."
God, I can remember going out for drinking in Sydney, and it was 20 cents a schooner.
Yeah. That was a long time ago.
Man, I paid 4 weeks ago, before I had my operation. We went out to the pub, and my mate and I had a Guinness each, and I got $2 back from $50.
Fuck.
Oh, wow.
2 pints of Guinness.
What?
That is terrible. There's a Chinese restaurant that I remember you took us to. The wine was quite reasonable there, but you were kind enough to pay for it, Macca.
I still pay for it.
He must have had
for the table. Paid for the
Yeah.
table too, did it?
It paid for flipping everything. I tell you what, it even paid for you to get me back on the tube, back down and get the train back home.
We couldn't get in. She said, we haven't got a table or something. And I was with you, and who was there? My nephew. And I said, look, how about you bring us this 80 or 90 pound bottle of wine, and we'll probably have 2 of them, and just get me a table, will you? And straight away we had a table, didn't we?
Flipping best table. It was unbelievable.
I got a question for Bobo, talking about beer and that. So when you were the bar manager at the race course, how many kegs did you go through in a day?
Well, my record was, because I used to do the Golden Slip. I'll give you an example. This is the most kegs I've ever seen that were tapped. Was Golden Slipper in the 80s. 360 kegs of beer, 18 gallons, 600 in the champagne bar, 600 cases throughout the course. We got rid of 600 cases of champagne.
Was that Rose Hill?
Yeah, Rose
Hill.
Yeah. And Rose Hill, I was the bar manager of both Rose Hill and Canterbury. Canterbury is a smaller course. On a race meeting, we would take, on a Wednesday, we'd do only at Rose Hill 40 or 50 kegs. That's without package beer. That's 18 gallons, so we'd tap them. But that was an interesting job. In hindsight, I wish I hadn't have left it, because it actually was a cushy little job. as such. It was a lot of pressure, but the staff, they were just like the barman on the ships. I had to watch them like a hawk.
I beg your pardon.
How dare you? How dare you?
Maybe can you cut that out?
Yeah, it's too late. Too late.
Yeah.
Too late.
All right.
But I'll tell you one quick story. Okay, I had a Rosehill the slipper today, and the meeting opened at 12 gold, and the guys in Australia, the golden slippers, like the big race for Sydney Turf Club. Anyway, my friend who was a Scouser, the food and beverage manager, rang me up and he said, Bob, you better go to the Ledger Bar, which is the public section. Now, I had a big bar there. We had about 12 staff behind the bar. Anyway, the cellarman was so drunk, he couldn't stand up. And they said, you better come down. We hadn't even started the race. It's about 10 o'clock. He's just setting up the cellar. Anyway, he's so drunk, can't stand up. Anyway, I went down and my assistant said, what are you going to do, Mum? And I thought I was going to fire him, but the union stepped in and said, you can't fire this man, and we're all going to go on strike. Which it would have been a disaster. You could imagine the golden slipper would have lost millions.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had to take it on the chin, but I was so angry. And this guy, I said, well, this man, he can't even stand up. Oh, no, he's not well. He's not well. I said, he's not well. He could not stand up. Anyway, the race meeting went on, but I was sort of blackmailed. Yeah, there were characters.
That sounds like barman on sailing day from Sydney.
You watch what you say.
Tell you what, Fruity. I've lost more money. I've lost more money in a fruit machine parlour than I have in a bar. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, darling.
I was commenting upon the state of the barman, not monetary.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Taffy. Sorry, Fruity, but Taffy, well, how's your distillery business going?
Yeah, I was amazed when I saw these lined up. I was up in North Wales, but the reason I put it up was because John, the Colonel, might be interested in this Wrexham lager.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
I do believe it was the first lager as a lager, light beer, brewed in Britain. I'm pretty sure it was. And it might have even been sent out on the ships, maybe under another name, obviously. But it was quite famous. Wrexham lager is very famous.
Yeah, I think we can get it at Dan Murphy's Mecca. Wrexham, I've seen it. Yeah, I'm sure it's got a yellow label to it. Yeah,
I got a feeling it was on the ships at one time, early days, because it was one of the first lagers.
That was Allsops.
Yeah, I don't know what the name. I mean, who knows? They might have been under. For all I know, it could have been Allsops. I don't know.
Just a quick question about booze in Australia. Is it very heavily taxed?
Very.
Hugely.
Yeah.
And the discrepancies are unbelievable.
Excise goes up twice a year, standard, twice a year, CPI.
Yeah. You can go to a club. You can go to a club and happy hour, and from say 4 till 6 and get a schooner for about $4. But you can go to the pub and get the same beer, and they'll charge you $8-9.
Right. Would you get it for $4? Just in case I go.
Everything's going up, mate.
At Martin's place.
Yeah.
So what's the price?
I used to brew my own as well. I don't do it anymore.
At Martin's place.
What are the prices like in the off license?
About $50 a case.
Yeah.
A case of 24.
24 cans of 375 ml.
Whoa. Oh, it's cheaper over here then.
Yeah, a lot cheaper in England. Yeah.
I've got a real interest, and you boys are the boys that'll know. I've got a real interest in how they've taxed gambling in Australia. Now, I don't let's keep the politics out of it. But one thing is for sure, those clubs that you've got dotted all over Australia, and it's not only rugby clubs, it's bowling clubs, it's everything.
Yeah.
When my mum and dad had a working man's club when I was a kid, 6 years old, and I'm not kidding you, it was the busiest club in Wales. We even had Tom Jones there, and top Palladium stars used to come there. Now, over a period of, what is that then? That's 70 years. Over a period of 70 years, it is all the money that went through that club just got filtered away in different ways. There's now a boxing gym for Joe Galzragi's boxing gym. It's just a gym. It's not making any money. It's a dive, but they made a gym out of it. But I'll finish this because I don't want to take up all the blinking. But because I'm interested in it. When I look at Australia and their clubs, look at that Leagues club out at Bondi, Macca. Where the money seems to have gone back into the club. That's just
all the pokies, mate. All pokies.
Exactly.
All the clubs out here are run by the pokies.
And I think to myself, my God, what a good job you've done out there on them clubs, whatever, whether it's bowling, rugby, whatever.
Look, they do support a lot of local clubs as well. The clubs that make all this money, they do distribute big handouts to junior football clubs and sporting clubs. So there is benefits like that. But the main benefit is if you're a member of these clubs, you can go there and have a really nice dinner for about $20.
Yeah, yeah.
If you go up to the club where Martin lives, out at Penrith, that's like a small Las Vegas.
Yeah,
I mean they've got
like
shows.
Las
They've got shows.
They've got water ski parks. They've got
everything out there now. You know?
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. I know that because I've used these clubs over the last 30 years. I haven't gone to restaurants. I go to the clubs.
Yeah.
Magnificent. They're like.
I'll give you an example. Penrith Panthers employs over 1,000 people.
Yeah.
But they've got over 1,200 poker machines in the joint.
And who else?
Imagine how much money they're raking in every night.
Martin, your wife works.
Fruity got his hand in there somewhere.
Sorry, Tuffy.
Martin,
yeah, she works at another club.
Works up at Dave Kiffin's old club, doesn't? Up the river.
Parramatta. She works at Parramatta. Yeah.
Parramatta. Yeah. I mean, they're unbelievable. What I'm saying is, how wonderful that the money has gone back in because they didn't all start like hotels.
Yeah, but they've got a lot of sponsorship as well, Taffy. I mean, you know, if you go into a lot of these clubs, they've got they'll have a $60,000 motor car in the foyer, and that's for raffle if you win something on the pokies or something. The club that Martin and I go to is Castle Hill Club, and they've got one of the best Chinese restaurants within the club, haven't they? Martin? And you've probably got about 5 or 6 different food outlets that you can dine within that club.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they do it well.
They didn't start off like that 70 years ago.
No,
right. So, but the money's
well, that's
gone
what
back
amazes
in.
me.
The money's
you go
gone
back to a little club in England, the working men's club over there. They've got 2 poker machines, and they're all queuing up to bloody get on it.
Really?
I've seen it. The club that was the busiest club in Wales 70 years ago, 65 years ago, and anyhow, the busiest club in South Wales is now a dump. Right? It's got nothing. It's never has been anything. All the money got creamed off somewhere. But
you can go
to Australia. The money's gone back. It's like a cooperative. The money's gone back into the clubs, and they're magnificent.
You can go into
Australia. The clubs in Australia are run as businesses. The clubs in the UK are run by committees, and normally someone's got their finger in the till.
Yeah.
Yep.
You go.
Fruity, how is that? How are the committee
That's a
meetings
good
going?
answer, Dave.
Well, actually, I was chairman of our local club for a while, but it was a waste of space.
And you did have your fingers in the tip.
No, I definitely
No,
didn't.
he did not.
I definitely
He's
did not.
competing with all the P&O barmen.
But
He
you
took him out just in time. They
you
weren't
just
in.
you just bang your head against the wall trying to do
What we
something
saying
like that.
about fingers in the till?
Yeah.
None,
Well done, Fruity.
absolutely none.
No.
But you can go into clubs and pubs around Sydney, and you'll see mainly Asians, Chinese, and they're sitting with 3 machines in front of them. They've got their hand full of $10 notes or $100 notes, and they're feeding 3 machines at a time, pressing maximum $10 spins.
Wow.
So they're either laundering money for somebody or they're,
Where I
There's
went
some
today,
big jackpots to be had, yeah.
Hey, Macca, what's the
where
name of your lot?
where I was up today, up Swansea, up in Lake Macquarie, that the pub at Swansea, which is right on the water, close to the beach, that's just just a year or so ago exchanged hands, $35 million.
Wow.
Yeah, Macca, what's the name of your laundry?
what's what?
$35 million.
What's the name of your laundry?
Wow.
My laundry. It's called
Adobe.
it's called Trainer United. We both work together, they call it.
Well,
You're being very quiet, David, now.
I was just going to say 1 for you, 1 for me.
Well, it used to be 1 for me and 2 for you, so things are changing.
1 for the company.
it's nice to share, Fruity, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Nice to be nice.
Anyway, is there any shipping news this week? No?
Well, it's been pretty rough out on the North Sea.
Believe so.
Yeah.
Anybody heard from Brad? Did I miss Brad? Has he been on?
No.
No, he hasn't been on. No.
See you, Bob.
Okay.
Hi,
Thank you very
Bob.
much. See you guys.
Well, we're getting quite close anyway, Bobo, because if you're being chucked out of Weatherspoons, it must be flipping very late on. All right.
Okay. All right. Have a good week. Sorry, guys. I got to go.
No. It's all right.
As well.
Okay.
Take care.
Johnny's put the traffic lights up anyway.
Okay. Bye,
very
guys.
sad.
Bye.
Yes. So boys, look, have you Australia Day? Will you be having family gatherings yourselves?
It's all over, Dave. We're on the bed.
Did you have?
Today? Yeah, you're a day behind.
Did you?
Yes, we did. Oh, I did.
Yeah.
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 And Macca, did you have a bit of a family gathering?
No, I work today. Tomorrow we will. Tomorrow afternoon we'll go to a pub in Balmain, and then probably restaurant 21 at Double Bay for dinner.
Wow. Is that the one that we've seen? Saw a photograph of you with a while back, right on a lovely view from it.
No, it's the one that took Jane. You know Jane the WAP, who came out 3 or 4 weeks ago. We went there with him.
Dave wouldn't know Jane. She was
Jane Chantry.
Yeah, she was after his time.
And it's a little Jewish restaurant in Double Bay, and Deborah goes there a lot. Very good. Very good.
Well, I hope your car doesn't get spray painted on the way out. Then
you might find that won't not be open tomorrow because it's Holocaust Day.
Yeah,
is it really?
A lot of anti-Semitic.
Oh, is it really?
Semitic violence.
They're Hungarians own it. Hungarian Jews.
Oh,
lovely family, but yeah.
Still
always gets us a table because Deborah goes there a lot.
And is Debbie all right, Macca?
Yeah, she's good. She's upstairs watching telly with Laura.
Good.
Because it's crew bar. They got to move out.
Got it. Well, boys, look, it is gone past time, and Martin, you need to go to bed immediately.
I'm very tired, Dave.
You need to sleep. All right.
An alarm call.
Good luck tomorrow, Martin. Good luck, Doris.
Give us a few more hours, Martin. I'll ring back for something I might have forgotten. And Macca, I'll be calling you at a silly o'clock as well. It's just the way I love to, be remembered.
Engage,
Just for the record, Martin, what time was it in the morning?
It wasn't too bad, was it?
It wasn't in the morning, but we were just about to go to bed. Well, we were in bed, actually, yeah.
You were in bed, yeah.
My wife went, who the bloody hell's ringing you at this time?
Well, like Peter Kay. Who's that ringing the channel?
Was it at the game or after the game?
It's only me.
Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, it was.
All right.
Okay, guys.
Eternals wants to go to bed.
Yeah. All right,
Johnny boy. Take care.
Cheers, boys.
All the best.
Love to Cindy. Love to Cindy.
Yeah, thanks, Marco. Thank you.
Take care.
Ciao, bye.
Bye. Bye.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is God by sea.